my next door neighbor, I help her all the time with her husband because he's suffering from the same thing that my grandfather suffered. So I feel obligated. I feel like it's my duty to help her. She put him on hospice because I told her that's what I did for my grandfather. So, you can get all the essential needs or whatever. And yesterday she calls me. And normally when she calls me, I'll come over there and help her. Maybe he's fallen. I'll come over there and help her. But yesterday she calls me and I can just tell in her voice. And she's like, hey, listen, he's about to make his transition. His breathing is so shallow now. The nurse came out, said just to say your goodbyes. She said, I just want to let you know. So I get off the phone and I'm like, in that moment, I'm thinking, oh, I don't really know what you need from me in this point. But as I sat there, because I had some stuff going on within myself, and as I sat there for a minute, something told me, just go there. Just walk on over there. So I went over there, and there was a deacon there. So came in there, and she introduced us, and she was like, this is my neighbor. He's always here for me. And in that moment, the atmosphere was so heavy because grief is heavy. You can feel it walking into the door, and it's rightly so. Now, here's the message. Immediately, I said, we got to change this atmosphere up. So I told her, go take a drive. Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes. And this is key because that's how I do my life. I sit in it 10 to 15 minutes. The 16th minute mark, we got to press forward. So I said, you go ahead. So her mom was there. I'm talking to the mom and I'm talking to the deacon. And I was just telling them, I don't know if this is the end. I'm no doctor. I'm no pastor. I'm no nothing. But in this moment, we have to find a reason to give thanks. You can't just circle around like a vulture and waiting for that time. You have to shift the atmosphere. So I'm over there. I'm over there for about a strong 40 minutes. At the end of that 40 minutes, we're laughing. Everybody's having a good time. And that's my message. You see, I wasn't going to go over there because I felt that there was nothing that I can do. Who am I? But sometimes God places something in you to shift the atmosphere. I went up over there, and as of right now, he's still with us. And I'm not saying that's because of me. But what I'm saying is sometimes it takes a shift in the atmosphere. Me and the deacon is talking, and I'm telling him, I'm not a pastor. I'm nothing of that such. I just, you know what I'm saying? But I know what I know. And as we got to talking, he was just getting excited. And the atmosphere changed. And I'm saying that to convey this message to anybody out there. A lot of times you just need the atmosphere to shift. You see, grief, when we think about grief, we always think about death, a person dying. But grief isn't just obligated to that. You can grieve a friendship. You can grieve a relationship. You can grieve many different things. And the problem is we are so focused on the things that left that we forget about the present. So when I was over there and I'm talking, I'm telling them, listen, we can't do nothing about this right now. But what we can do is keep our eyes on the prize. Because if this is no more, we still got to do life. And as she came back, of course she said, this is her husband. But when she walked in, she can tell that the atmosphere has shifted. And then she began to feel better. And I said, we're not going to sit around here and just rub an arm and wait to the transition. We are going to give thanks for the time that was had. You are going to find the strength in this moment to give God thanks. After I left there, she hit me up and she was just saying, I am so grateful for you. And for me, as I walked back to my house, I'm like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. Because I thought that I didn't have the strength, I didn't have the capabilities to walk over there and change anything. See, that was my limitations. There's a difference between talent and a gift. There's talented singers. There's talented singers that can sing, but then there's gifted singers that when they sing, it does something to you. So talent and gift is two different things. What you want to do is mesh the both of them. I'm a talented articulator. I can get a point across. I'm talented. But the gift is being able to take that talent, put God in it, and release it into the world. And sometimes we walk into situations and we don't believe. Sometimes God has placed something inside of you that even astonishes you. And you so worried about how everybody else is going to accept it and you never put it into the world. But when you never put it into the world, it never reaches the people that need it to be reached. Coming on. And doing these videos, like I said, it seems super easy. It just seemed like you're talking. But when you place something into the world, it is your child, it is your baby, and you want it to be accepted by the world. So having that type of mindset, there was a lot of times that I didn't do something because I didn't think that it would be accepted. But then it got to a point in time to where it was just like, listen, God, I hear you. I feel you. And this is when you know that you are not living your purpose. You wake up in the morning thankful for life, but you still feel unfulfilled. Your body doesn't feel nourished because you haven't found what it is that you're supposed to do. And the problem is what it is that you're supposed to do doesn't look like what you think you should be doing. You see, you think that you're supposed to be doing this, but God is saying, but I need you to do this. You think that you're supposed to be that, but God is saying, this is what I need you to be. And the problem is when you're fighting the two. I could have made an excuse not to go over there. I could have said, okay, I'm a little busy at this, that, and the other. And I was going to say that because I'm just thinking, I don't want to see death, but something moved me to go up over there. And when I left, that atmosphere was shifted. See, some of you out there are atmosphere shifters, but you got to believe in that. And when you are that type of person, people are not going to understand you. People are not going to like you. People are going to look at you and say, you think you better than. No, it's not that you think you better than. You just know who God wants you to be. So everywhere that you go, there's going to be people that don't like you. I said yesterday, it's not that they don't like you. They don't like what's in you because what's in you forces them to look at themselves and be like, am I doing the best? Am I being the best version of me? See, birds of a feather flock together because it's comfortable. But you know that you are in this situation that you have outgrown. Sometimes God will put you in positions that you don't want to be, but there's a reason why he has you there. And sometimes that position can be family orientated. Sometimes it feels like you get the most mess, you get the most stress, you have the most sleepless nights, but God has you there for a reason. And when you keep fighting that reason, you stay there longer. Some of us have different things that God has put inside of us, and it doesn't look like what we think it should look like. Let me tell you something. I don't want to go through half the stuff that I go through. I don't want to be in situations sometimes where I got to bite my tongue. I don't want to be in situations sometimes that I'm feeling less than. I don't want to be in situations to where people do not value me. But what I have learned is being in those situations has caused others to be blessed. My blessing is on the way because the biggest blessing is I know that my blessing is on the way. See, in the Bible, and I'm going to get out your space, in the Bible, when he didn't do what God told him to do, everybody lost. His whole lineage, everybody lost. And that's the position that you play in your life for a lot of us. So yes, I want to get with some people. I want to do whatever, but to what extent? So anyway, I didn't want to get that deep today, but somebody out there needed to hear it. Y'all have a blessed day.